Hi guys, Nick of Nicktastic Art. Thank you so much for stopping by the art channel. This evening we're going to do two embellishments, and they're on existing pours. So I actually have a video to one of the pours that I'll link below or put in the description box. But I wanted to add a little bit of something special extra to these pieces. They were pretty pieces, but they just needed a little elevation. Join me on this journey, won't you? Hi guys. Alright, so I have a dried canvas here that is a Dutch pour chaos style that I did that's really pretty, and I decided I wanted to do an embellishment on it. And so I thought this would be a quick little recording we could do where you guys maybe would get some ideas about what's possible. And to be honest, the stencil that I'm going to use for this is not exactly what I'm going to actually do on here. So this stencil is actually a compass, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover up the end and not fill in the northwest or the east. So my intention is not to make this a compass. It's just to leverage that center design, because I think it'll be flattering to the Dutch pour itself. So I'm just taping off, oops, the little letters, because I want to make sure not to get anything there. Now, I learned a real easy way to embellish things from Olga Sobey. So if you've never seen her videos, oh my goodness, I'm sure you have to have. Olga and Molly are kind of the two sources of information I went to when I was first started pouring. So again, if you've not seen any of their videos, definitely, I would encourage you to check them out. But the inside of this stencil, I think, is going to be very flattering for this piece. We've got our piece, it's centered. I know it's centered. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take basically the gloss gel and I'm going to lay it out here. And I'm just going to smoosh it out. And I'm going to do this thin enough so I can still see the pattern. I think we're pretty good to go. So I've got a big fat brush that I use often, but I think we're gonna start with the littler one. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna lay this on here. And this is Prussian blue. And this is the same Prussian blue that I have in the piece. So it's my Soho Prussian blue. I don't mind kind of the reflection there of the darker and the lighter. And now we're just going to go after the pewter in the other spots. So because I know that there's going to be, oh, okay, we'll start there and we'll go from that point. Sometimes I freehand it, sometimes I draw on parchment paper first and then use shelf liner to actually transfer that if I want to cut it out and draw a piece. That's another option as well. But if you're looking for a no-nonsense, easy kind of way to get this accomplished, this is your best option. So we're going to reveal these right now, and I'm just going to pull this up. You want to make sure to get your sides lifted up first, and voila! There is your finished embellished piece. I'm going to be doing some koi fish here, and I'm going to be doing gold accents for them. So there is in this piece, you can see there's kind of it's an orange color basically. So what I thought I would do for my fish, oops, I just had gotten that squared. Let me measure that out again real quick here, because I want this to be in the center of the canvas. So my center line is at 8, and then I want this to be the center, which is 10. So that's 4 inches on that side and 4 inches on this side. Oops, move you just a little bit back. Good. All right, and then we're going to tape this stencil down. So I like to just tape my 4 corners. That is enough to hold it in place for me. It's all approximate. Now you can freehand this as well. And you can freehand it on parchment paper and then rub it on with a soft pencil, graphite pencil, or you could use contact paper. You can trace something onto contact paper and cut it out and do the same thing. So don't worry if you don't have stencils, but just looking for my bronze. No, my copper? Just looking for my copper. I have a lot of pewter, a lot of gold. Here's my copper. Iridescent copper. So I thought I would do my copper, my gold, and the bronze. And that would make a very interesting koi fish on this piece. So we're going to take our gel, and we're basically just going to cover this. Now I like to have a thin coat. And I actually learned this technique from Olga Sobi. So everyone knows who Olga is. She is a very talented artist. If you have never seen a YouTube video of hers, I highly encourage you to check her out. And that is actually how I got this technique. Just trying to take it down a little bit so that I was just trying to figure out where his head was. I try to make it the same thickness. Right, that's all we needed to do there. This is going to go pretty quickly because now all I do is I take a paintbrush and just paint acrylic straight from the tube or straight from the tub or whatever I have. And a great resource, because I like to reuse everything, is using the canvas piece that we always get when we open a new canvas, and you can just put your paint on there. So this is the gold, and we said we were going to have his gold as his head, oops, and head, and then I want to put it in his fins and his fins, and there's a little bit probably right here in the middle of his body. And this guy's body is right about here, and maybe this side also. Get off. Okay, so plenty of paint there. I'm gonna go ahead and put the copper directly on him too, but you could have put it on here, was my point. And take that down his body, take this down his body, and out to his side here, and ooh. Great thing that the piece is dried. Then we're gonna do the bronze. Ooh, that bronze is a little chunked up. And then we'll get this spread out, and then we'll add some more paint if we need to. I think I'm going to use my bigger brush for this. And the great thing about this embellishment is it's an instant gratification. So we're going to come here, make sure I've got this released. And as I lift it up, there are my koi fish. The one guy, I missed his fin. And the other guy, I missed his face a little bit. But the great thing is, once he's dried, these parts are raised, so I'll be able to easily touch that up. Hi guys! As part of the video for the embellishment pieces that we're doing, I wanted to make a little announcement for the channel. We're going to be having a giveaway for all subscribers, and that's all of history. So if you've been a subscriber early on in the part and the journey here and you're still a subscriber, you'll be included in this. So it's not net new subscribers, but I wanted to show you the results of the embellishments that we did, and then also talk a little bit about this contest that we're going to have, or the giveaway that we're going to have. So here is the piece that we did first. And as you can see, there is a little bit of shine with that pewter that we leveraged to do part of the design. but that deep dark blue kind of really grounds out the piece. So I am wiggling it a little bit so you guys can see some shine here. But this Dutch pour overall was a chaos style, and the video I do have and will be linked in the description. But I really liked how it went out. It just needed a focal point. And so here are the dried results. Gonna bring this just a little bit closer for you guys. Figure out which way I'm gonna come. Because I did want to show you, this does, the way I do it at least, does raise the piece a little bit. So there's always a little bit of a raised element by doing the gel gloss first. So wanted to make sure to show you that result as I step back around here. So we also did the koi fish. And so the koi fish ended up, I think, really working out here and enhanced this piece quite a bit. So again, we've got the mix of the gold and the pewter and the bronze that we did. It is raised, so there is a difference between what you see here, but as I indicated, the golden heavy gel gloss does dry transparent. So we'll just come in and show you this one a little closer as well. So you can kind of see there is a raised element to the fish. Obviously that shine is very pretty, but we can see here that those embellishments are raised from the rest of the piece. The plan is to resin both of these, and I think that'll really make them pop. I didn't have them resined at this point in time. But let's get on to the contest news. So, anyone who has subscribed to the channel or will be a subscriber by the time that we hit our 6-month anniversary, which is coming up, and it's going to coincide actually with an art show that I'm doing. So I am doing my very first large art show, and that is the weekend of June 10th, 11th, and 12th. So in conjunction with celebrating that event, we'll be doing a giveaway. And from all the subscribers that are active on that date, we will have 3 randomly drawn winners. And those winners will receive a pick of their choice from 3 prizes. I'm just all in the 3s. So prize option number 1 will be a LOLIVEFE matte. The silicone mats, they're great for pourers, and it's going to be something that I'm sure a lot of people will appreciate. I use silicone mats regularly, but this LOLIVEFE one, I can say, wipes off cleaner, is a more immediate cleanup too. So it does make your life easier. If you haven't used one of their specific mats, I'm not sponsored by them. They're not sponsoring this prize. But I know that some of my viewers are definitely artists and pourers themselves and would really appreciate something like that. So the LOLIVEFE mat is an option. You have 3 options. Each winner will be able to email me and pick which event they would, or which prize they would like. I'll come up with the words. The second option is going to be 6 tubes of Arteza's Pearlescent paint. Now I personally love their Pearlescent, and I actually have the ones I've been using, so these are not the exact bottles but the colors are the same. So we've got 3 in the cool shades. Hopefully you guys can see this. Can you see this? We've got the blue, a rose, and a purple. And these are all the pearls. So this Pearl Glacier Blue, you guys have seen in half of my pieces, I'm sure. So those are the 3 cool colors. And then for the warm colors, we've got an orange, a yellow, and a green. And these are all pearlescent. So the winner obviously is going to get brand new tubes. And have a selection of a rainbow that they could add or use in any piece they want. So if you have your mats and you have your setup, we've got a paint option for you. So first option is the mat, second option is the paint. The third option will be a choice from an actual piece of work of mine, and I will have the winners if they choose that they'd like to have a work of art instead of the mat or the paints, I'll provide a choice of 3 options, and you select which one you would like to receive. So I've got the artist covered, I've got the art lover covered, and we've got someone who might need to improve their pouring situation for materials covered. I'm excited about this. I hope you guys are as well. Please let me know in the comments if you have any questions about this. We'll be posting more information every video from here until the date. Thanks everyone for stopping by. Find your bliss.